This video is meant to augment classroom instruction. It covers just a few of the important basics of Young-style Taiji for my students. Hand positions, footwork, and waist movement. As a side note, please choose a more flat surface for your practice than the one I used, and be aware that cats love to get involved in your practice. The Young-style palm position is with the index finger extended but not stiff, and the other fingers and thumb quite relaxed. It is the same whether you're performing a cloud hands movement or a push. From the palm, one can form a hook or beak by bringing all the fingertips in contact with the thumb. When you make a fist, imagine you are holding a fragile egg you don't want to break. Please note, as a general rule, whenever you are practicing a form, you should focus on your index finger while it is in your field of vision as you are looking forward. To turn from Wuji position, shift weight to your left foot, turn your right toes inward, then shift weight to your right foot and move your left leg to open the hip joint. You can also move your left leg and adjust your right foot by either moving the right toes inward or moving the heel outward. This turn is harder on my knees. You are now in the archer stance. This is a very stable position that also permits great flexibility of movement. In a sit back, shift your weight slightly back, then turn the left toes outward roughly 45 degrees, and then step forward with your right foot. Stepping forward can either be done in one long step or two half steps. To do a follow step, shift all weight to your front foot and bring your back foot forward a few inches. Then set your back foot down. The front leg becomes empty with the toes lightly touching down. In some moves, the heel of the front foot lightly touches the ground. An empty leg carries about 10 to 15% of your weight, while your back leg has 85 to 90%. Lift the empty leg and step back. Your toes touch first as your weight shifts backward onto your heel. Your step back should be at a diagonal, not straight behind you, for greater stability. Sidestepping is performed toe to heel. This permits a more controlled side movement. When you do cloud hands, you are sidestepping. When you stand on one leg, be sure the 3 nails of your foot are in solid contact with the ground. Drop your hips slightly to lower your center of gravity and consciously shift your weight over to the supported leg. In many Taiji movements, you turn from the waist, rotating your spinal column more or less vertically. To get the feel of waist rotation, you can do Daoyin exercise number 3. Your arms are hanging relaxed. Start turning your waist and hips from side to side, and then feel them pulling your arms into motion. In Part the Horse's Mane, we start with movement of the waist to lead the arm and shoulder movement. This waist movement can also be readily seen in push and brush knee. Young Cheng Fu, the grandson of the creator of Young-style Taiji, gives this advice. When practicing Taiji Chuan, the upper and lower parts of the body must be coordinated. Intrinsic power rises from the soles of the feet, travels up the legs, and reaches the waist. Then from the spine to the shoulders it travels to the hands and fingers.